and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Anique, and with my family we are the BAM family. So for today's video, it's going to be a little informative, and it's a question that everyone has on their mind but they're too shy to ask. You know, it's just a question that I can assume many women, even men, want to know. Because can you imagine, what is sex like while pregnant? Can you have sex while you're pregnant? Does it hurt to have sex while you're pregnant? A guy may want to know this because what if he gets his girl pregnant and he's like, oh wait, now we're not going to have sex for 9 months. Also, I will be doing all the polls, I will be doing all the questions and everything and answering DMs through that Instagram account. So if you do want to participate, follow us on Instagram. I want to talk about a few things that do happen when you have sex while you're pregnant and a few misconceptions that people have about having sex while pregnant. Mind you, everything I'm saying now, like, pass it through your doctor first. I'm not a doctor. This is based on my experience and what my doctor has told me. By the way, before I begin, I do want to let you guys know that I have opened up a BAM family Instagram. So go ahead and give us a follow. I will be putting exclusive content on there. That is why I will maintain that Instagram private. So let's start with the questions. Can you have sex while you're pregnant? Yes, you can have sex while you're pregnant. From the day you get pregnant to the day you give birth, you can have sex as long as you have no high risk, no complications. You know, you must be cleared by your doctor. Does it hurt? Well, the actual having sex part, no, that does not hurt. Some positions, you know, once your belly gets big, may be a bit uncomfortable, especially if the guy is on top and he's squishing your belly. You know, you have to be careful just with the positions, like pick wisely, you know, and hey, have fun, you know, invent new positions, try new things that you've never tried before. You have a big belly in front of you. Your pregnancy may spark up your sex life. Another thing, will the guy's penis touch the baby's head?
Really, nigga?
No. Your baby is in a sack and it's protected. You know, the guy won't be touching the baby's head. He won't be poking the baby's head. You know, instead, the baby may actually fall asleep in your stomach because the more you move, you know, it's like a rocking motion for the baby. So imagine rocking a baby. Your baby's gonna fall asleep, but your baby is gonna be okay, 100% okay. Do you bleed when you have sex while you're pregnant? In my case, I have never bled while I'm pregnant. I have never had implantation bleeding. I have never bled while having sex, which some women do experience. So if you do start to bleed, you know, and it's spotting, like a little spot here and there, that's okay. Now, if you're bleeding like a bright red blood and like a lot of it and clots and everything, go to the hospital, call your doctor, do what you gotta do. Another question that I've gotten asked is your sex drive. Do you have an increase or a decrease in sex drive? To be honest, when you're pregnant, you do get tired. So are you gonna talk as well? When you're pregnant, you do get tired, but if you're resting enough and sleeping and if you're resting enough, you won't have a decrease in your sex drive. Now, if you have sleepless nights and you're not sleeping, you know, with the whole pregnancy, you know, the back pain and this, you can experience a decrease. My recommendation is, if you don't want to experience a decrease in your sex drive, sleep a lot. So the part that I do want to address, when you have sex, you're not in pain. After you have sex, especially if the girl orgasms, your uterus will contract. Now, this happens to you while you're pregnant and while you're not pregnant. Like, those of you that are watching this and you're not pregnant, when you have an orgasm and you're having sex, your uterus contracts. Now, you don't feel it when you're not pregnant because your uterus is small, you don't have a baby inside of you. When you're pregnant, your uterus is a lot bigger, you know, you have a baby inside of you, and so when it contracts, you feel it and it can be quite painful. When this happens, if you do touch your belly bump or your baby bump, you will feel it rock hard. These contractions are not labor contractions and they won't make you go into labor. However, let's say you're 40 weeks pregnant and and you have sex and you orgasm and your uterus contracts and your body is already naturally ready to go into labor, it may help get your body into labor. But if your baby's not ready to come out, having sex won't make your baby come out. How long do these contractions last? For some women, they can last up to 30 seconds. For some other women, they can last 5 minutes. In my experience, it depends, but usually I have to, lay down and just relax for about 10 minutes, and then I feel my baby kick again and everything goes back to normal. Is oral sex fine? Oral sex is fine, licking is fine, sucking is fine, whatever you want to do is fine. The only thing that is a big no-no that you can't do is having a guy or a man blow into your vagina. So don't allow your baby daddy to blow into your vagina. And of course, if your baby daddy or if the guy you're simply fucking has herpes or anything like that, then of course you don't want him anywhere near your area. Now, there is something you should avoid while having sex: breast stimulation. Why? Because think about it. You know how people say that when you breastfeed, it helps you lose weight faster? Well, the reason they say this is because when you breastfeed and your baby sucks on your boob, your baby sucks on your breast and stimulates your breast, your uterus contracts and shrinks back to its normal size because there's no baby inside. So if you're having sex or foreplay and your significant other, your baby daddy, your fuck buddy, whatever it is that you're doing, stimulates your breast, your uterus can contract, and those contractions may put you into labor. So it is best to avoid breast stimulation, especially if you're not considered full term in your pregnancy. So to not make this video so long, I'm going to conclude it here. If you do have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Send them to me personally. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope your questions were answered. I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and, of course, subscribe to our YouTube family.